everyone, today I'll be reviewing Disney's Miss Marvel, Marvel's latest show. It came out a couple of months ago, but I didn't have time to see this show. Finally, I saw this show, and when this show initially dropped, like this show is one of the most lowest viewed show on Disney Plus. This show was actually playing on Disney Plus, while Obi-Wan, one of the most watched show on Disney Plus, it was playing side by side, and this show yet. Like all these people who subscribe to Disney Plus to see Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this show was playing same time, they did not see this show. Like this show is what a kind show it is. Like nobody bothered to see this show. What do I think about this show? I'll say about this show. After watching this show, I understand why it's the lowest viewed show on Disney Plus. This show started out really well. The first 2 episodes is actually quite good, and it gets you invested into Kamala Khan's her story. Her story, it is so good, especially the center actress. She's really good in this show. She's so charming and likable, and she has those 2 side characters. They're also, I guess, they're also good. Like her friends, like she has so many friends. She has 3 guys, following her around, and then this shows, like, we go to the episode 3, 4, 5, 6. What I do understand, what was this show was targeting for? Like when you watch this show, it's so obvious Disney told them to make this show this way, especially if you have seen Shang-Chi, Black Panther. Of course, like this show, it's kind of like that, but different direction it goes. This show could have been so great, like especially last 15 minutes when she actually uses her power in this show. I was like, oh man, why couldn't you show us her more power throughout the season? No, this show has no interest in you showing her power or nothing. At least like show us how to control this power, or what is all this power is about. Nope. All the show does is you spend like in the show you have to spend most of your time with her family, like especially you spend so much your time with her mom and her all this back and forth going on, nothing to do with her power or anything. Like even like how is that she gets this power, like her bangle power, which she did inherit from her, spoiler I guess, from her great grandmother, and like her mom or her grandma, like they are not in this like story at all, because like in episode 3, 4, 5, 6, you do have to spend a lot of your time with her mom, grandma. You think they will have some kind of like connection to this bangle or something. They have zero connection with anything. Like then end of this show I was thinking, why I had to spend so much my time with her? Like she's going here and there, going jewelry shopping. Like who cares about this thing? Nobody. I get it why they made this show. I mean, like, they are targeting like Pacific demographic people. Like those people even might not even watch the Marvel superhero show. But I guess Disney trying to get those people. I get it. Like it's not. I'm not the targeted audience, and it is like for 16 years old. And the last episode is like she has this, she has all this scene with Cameron, this guy. He's like, clearly you see in the last episode, he's turning into this evil. And she has this back and forth fight with him. Like, last episode is the worst one. Although the episode 5 was like, it did interested. Like, a lot of people said that why they show all this in episode 5. I thought the episode 5, it did started out interesting. Like, you finally get the idea, like, what is Aisha or what she was doing with this bangle, like although she does nothing, but like how she, like her grandma, like was rich to her dad, all this story, how it came together. It was cool, I guess. Who need all this thing? We could be seeing like her, how to control up her power instead of those things. We spend most of our time with this unnecessary stuff, really. Like, really, it's unnecessary when you watch them. Then again, maybe the show, it was like that. Although she's at the end of the show, it does tell you she will be in Miss Marvel's, that movie, the next Marvel movie. And again, this show could have been so interesting, especially the last episode. She wear this cool costume. Her costume, I really loved her costume when her mom handed it to her. It looks so cool, especially her character. It's really matches with, why didn't we get this like whole season? That is my biggest gripe with this show, because I was like, I don't know why we had to spend so much of our time with her. Also, I really like her mom, dad. Like, her mom was really strict in this show. I don't know, like my mom was never like that. So I'm like, she's really strict, I guess. But it was the point of it. But like her friend Nakia, she's like this feminist thing. She was saying all this thing out of nowhere. Like, oh, really? Then I really like Bruno, however. I thought he was like, although like Bruno and her, all this love triangle was going on. I was like, it is going, I was thinking whole season, it's gonna go anywhere? Of course, it doesn't go anywhere. Although Cameron was an interesting character, beginning of the season, how his character ends. Really, he just like, we don't get any answer or nothing. Lot of like potholes this show has. Again, is this show is bad? No, it's still, it's a very, like it is it is targeting for the specific demographic of people. Like when you watch it, you understand why it is the lowest viewed show on Disney Plus. I think people who it is targeted for, they will definitely be seeking it out and watch it because they will be hearing about it. And I guess it's not for me. Probably she's like teenager, but I could have seen her power, how to train all this awesome power looked like she had. We never get to see it, any of it. That is what made me mad, I guess. But it was cool. I'm still gonna admit this, but it's really cool how they showed like her Bengals, like origin story. It was cool when you were watching. Overall, it is like, it feels like this show was crammed into 6 episodes. It should have been 9 episodes, I feel like. Then again, I think they try to make it like that so it moves first. Because I know that now these days it's She-Hulk is playing on Disney Plus. Many people are complaining like, you know, why it's like so many filler episodes She-Hulk has. Like maybe that's why they were doing 6 episodes before. But I'm really surprised by this show. Like the direction they took in this show is really like, you can see it's a clear direction from Disney Plus, and that is what I was thinking about the show when I was watching it, and that was my thought on this show. Really, many times I thought it will get interesting, but it's never get interesting. That is my gripe with this show, and that's my thought. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this show? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other, I was going to say Netflix show, no, Disney Plus show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.